Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aiden used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aiden died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aiden took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned. Revelio.
Good and evil merely indicates a limited imagination, in my opinion.
Nice try.
Careful not to get bit. I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Reducto.
Horklumps to Mrs. Sprottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find Sirona's box of letters. Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. Confringo! That's all the Horklumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Revelio. Protego! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Revelio. Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Lumos. Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Repulsor! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Repulsor! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Repulsor! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Rest easy, my large friend. Revelio. Revelio. This must be Sorona's box of letters. Revelio. I should take this box. I think that's everything. Sorona will be glad to have this back. Confringo! Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. 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 Aloha, Mora. Revelio. Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Today aren't willing to put in the work to learn magic. Too busy with fizzing whiskies, if you ask me.
Just because you know Lumos doesn't mean you can't.
Hello, Adelaide. I received your owl.
Thank you for coming. You see, my Uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide. Oh, Uncle Roland, what have you got yourself into?
Camp may be near Brockborough, past the river. Revelio.
Hogwarts is very lucky they've got protection charms, if you ask me. Owl! thought we'd forget about that goblin helm unit.
Confringo!
I never
Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
dare slay one of my own!
Incendio!
Centaur's quiet.
A lamb to the slaughter.
Confringo! Potato!
Stupefy forever. I should warn you,
Expelliarmus!
you're the one.
Stupefy! Incendio! Confringo!
You're going to regret that. Had enough?
Confringo!
You've made a grave mistake.
Wait till Sebastian hears about this. An Ashwinder. Revelio. Revelio.
They're up some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're still running things.
Could this be Mr. Oakes' campsite? Ranrock's loyalists. Just ahead. Should I take them back? Confringo! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Pity! Incendio! Sepulchre!
Me?
Expelliarmus!
You can't stop us. Yes, I've been fighting since
Incendio!
before you were born. Not
Expelliarmus! Sepulchre! Leviosa! Revelio.
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. Rookwood's gone mad.
sworn. Was that your best?
Leviosa! Confringo! Now to find out what happened here. Revelio. Mr. Oakes' trade journal. Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him. Confringo! This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. A rock formation. That's the first landmark on this map. Now to find the crooked tree.
I have a brother who works at Green Rock.
It seems we may have an intruder in our... What was that?
Confringo!
What's this?
Expelliarmus!
Where'd it go?
The beasts around here can sleep a bit easier now. Revelio. Could it be a Merlin trial? Confringo! Lumos. I should investigate. Confringo! Lumos. Revelio. Revelio.
You should know better than that by now. We've all told you before, and look what happens when you don't listen.
It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Crackrock.
Over here!
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Ranrock has fooled you all. To your demise. This looks intriguing. A crooked tree, just as the map said. The crumbling tower shouldn't be far from here. Revelio.
Bring me a dozen humans. I'll take more. Run the other way when they see me, humans do. Every time.
And the crumbling tower. The spot on the map should be directly south of here. Revelio. Lumos. Incendio.
Could do with a nice mushroom stew about now.
What do we have here? Trouble's brewing and I'm without my friends. Revelio. I may have more luck higher up in the keep.
If only I could get my hands on Fig or that student.
Stone walls do a prison make, sometimes. I don't...
Feels like I've been at this for hours. Never anything interesting around here.
This place has seen better days.
What was that? Oh well, better it be nothing, I suppose. Oi! Pass that fire whiskey over here. You have to learn to share.
Revenue.
One of the best meals I've ever eaten. Too slow.
Depulso. Confringo. Incendio. Revelio. Not the best place for an unaccompanied student. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
Easily died.
Confringo.
You can't stop us. Your spells glance on me.
Protego. Stupid. Confringo. Incendio. Revelio.
Oh, that's meant for me. I did rifle this before you were born.
Protego.
Not quite.
Revelio. A ladder. That's what I need.
I'll bury you in that deepest hole.
That student
Incendio. Expelliarmus. Depulso. Revelio. Perhaps not the best place to be caught alone. This is the spot in the map. Best have my wits about me. Confringo!
Easily diverted. You're making this too easy.
Revelio. Glad I was never locked up here. What will we find in here? Revelio.
Clothing this area is a waste of... Is somebody there?
Revelio. Confringo. It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on.
Rather unwise coming back this way.
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Protego. You only have Ranrock's flame. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
We're not like a fool out there.
Revelio. Confringo. Incendio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Protego! Incendio!
Always on mission.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Revelio! Protego! Incendio! Revelio! A boiler door. How to open it? Confringo! Revelio!
Brother who works for Gringo.
Revelio! Revelio! One less follower, Ranrock.
I will make you.
Revelio. Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Depulso. Incendio.
None of this poison since before.
Incendio. Confringo.
Kitty!
Leviosa. Confringo. Leviosa. Incendio. Revelio.
One way or another, we'll get what we're owed.
Confringo. Revelio.
You don't think you can defeat me, do you?
Confringo.
I should have said.
Incendio. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. This must be Mr. Oakes's wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. 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 I wonder if Adelaide's uncle could be down there. Confringo!
I won't rest.
Incendio! Repulsor! Leviathan!
I will make
Incendio! Too late for you to learn the... Revelio. Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, and I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard you speak of it.
Fortunately, I've already found your wand, Mr. Oakes.
Oh, you found it! Pass it to me. Hurry, before they come. I must get out. Hurry! My wand. Oh, thank Merlin. Thank you.
Infernal! You did it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. Well, how did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblins stole every canut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them, and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizardkind, sees us all as cruel.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analysing my detailed owls. If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you, her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Grandma's lot would never have freed him. Revelio.
Do with a nice mushroom stew about now.
Accio. Incendio.
You won't! That student defeated our encampment in the tower!
Leviosa. Confringo. This looks like trouble. Leviosa. Depulso. Revelio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Protego. Incendio. Confringo. Leviosa. Incendio. Protego. Incendio. Confringo. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Protego. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Depulso. Leviosa. Incendio. Confringo. I don't like the looks of that encampment. Revelio. sad-looking place. Confringo! Revelio! Confringo!
You ought to come back on pudding. Took you for a stroll the other day.
Revelio! Your blood's on Ranrock's hands. Revelio. Goodness. Not a party to attend by myself. Confringo! Incendio! Protego! Confringo! Repulso! Incendio! Levioso! Revelio.
Leviosa!
Leviosa! Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Just let me know if there's something in particular you're looking for. Let's look at what we have, shall we? A pleasure doing business with you. Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there? Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there? Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Lumos. Lumos.
Anything to do with the Dark Arts should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the Dark Arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
Ominous is right. Meddling in the Dark Arts is dangerous.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this. Better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus Curse?
What does the Cruciatus Curse do?
It's known as the Torture Curse. Crucio. It inflicts intense, excruciating pain on the victim. Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
How horrible. Poor Ominous. He was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
What are you up to now?
Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Lumos. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
That life is behind me, I promise. Leave me, please.
Revelio. Revelio. Lumos.
Don't think it's the delightful scent of gardenias you'll be unleashing. No, it's violently rank.
tell me. Whisper it in my ear. I won't be upset. How could I raise an eyebrow to you of anything other than pure joy?
Revelio. Lumos.
House ghosts can procure rancid meat and at once as a word.
Revelio. Lumos.
Things clean as a whistle, but it's...
Revelio. Revelio. Lumos.
Off on another adventure, are we?
And your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies.
Professor Shah.
Astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Oh, hello. I'm Amit We met in potions class? I'm happy to report that we've yet to have any explosions in this class.
Oh, hello, Amit. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
I can't do that, Amit. You might need it.
No, really, you can. And I won't. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about. Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. A lot of good that did. How am I supposed to find Sirius when my hands are too cold to use a telescope? It's a dog, isn't it?
Confringo! Revelio. This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine night for stargazing. Do not let it be.
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial, of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know? Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
Am I right in thinking you are unimpressed by divination?
Of the many other so-called disciplines taught here, divination is perhaps the most feeble, especially in its nonsensical practice of astrology. Do not confuse astronomy and astrology. One is concerned with mysteries stellar and lunar, the other is mere lunacy.
You mentioned astronomy tables earlier, in class. What were you talking about?
Long ago, devotees of the astral arts set up stone slabs across the countryside. They are ideal for studying constellations near and far. For centuries, wizards made use of these astronomy tables for stargazing. Sadly, they have since become mere monuments to the intrepid intellectual pursuits of a bygone epoch.
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
The perfect night for... Oh, hello again.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we? The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not
Revelio.
as tidy as I expected.
Lumos. Confringo. Lumos.
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no.
There's
Not
a
this
table.
close to school, I mean.
I think you should do the honors. Go on, try it out. The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon. Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy
Lumos.
tower at night. What a view.
Oh. Revelio. the meat he's likely studied. Castle must have been quite stately in its time. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Lumos. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Levioso. Depulso. Yes. Incendio. Incendio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Lumos. Accio. Lumos.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Ironically, I didn't see ahead of time how bored I'd be in divination class.
Omar is so knowledgeable.
What do we have here?
I hope those assignments were challenging enough for you.
Revelio. I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
There will be hardship, I'm sure of it. But I see triumph in the end.
A measured perception. Very wise. Nothing worthwhile is ever easy, and that is why such futures are worth striving for. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things. Channel your magic towards your targets. You have it! Now, why not practice the new spell on the training dummy? Excellent. I think you have it. At some point, you must stop preparing and put your newly honed skills to the test outside of the classroom.
Mine now, demi-guys. Professor, do you have a moment?
I do.
I was wondering how you decided to teach divination.
The art of divination is an important yet often misunderstood branch of magic. Those of us who possess the sight are rare, and, as is often the case with the unique among us, we can frequently be misread, even feared. When I was granted the opportunity to teach others about my gift and the good it can do, I was most grateful.
I see. Natty told me that you and she moved here from Uganda, where she had attended Wagadu.
Yes, Natsai and I both loved Uganda and Wagadu, but we are happily settled here now. I had foreseen such a change, but did not know the details until it occurred. I was glad of the outcome. You would be wise to remember that the consequences of our actions are complex. And so, divining what is to come is not as simple as gazing into a crystal ball or studying the bottom of a teacup.
I find it truly intriguing, even if I don't fully understand it.
Intriguing. That is one word for it. And I'm certain you will come to understand many things more deeply in the days ahead. You are a student at Hogwarts, after all. It cannot have escaped you that we in the wizarding world are forever navigating the seemingly inexplicable.
Of course, Professor.
Now, I know that we both have places to be. Not because I have the sight, mind you, but because I am a professor and you are a student. I have enjoyed our conversation.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented
Revelio. Revelio.
Hogwarts.